Hello friends, Charmaine here with another video. Today I'm going to show you how I made the embroidery details on this tote bag using the single needle embroidery machine from Brother. This one is Skitch PP1. I will try to be as comprehensive as possible. I will show you the unboxing, how I set it up, how I worked with the app, and basically everything that I did to create this particular design using this machine. As you can see, I loved the outcome of my first embroidery project with this machine, which only means I'm going to be making more projects using the Skitch PP1. So do take the time to click that subscribe button if you want to see more videos like this. Anyway, let's get on to the first part where we have the unboxing. This machine is a gift from Brother. They also included an embroidery thread set, which was actually really exciting to see all 40 colors. These are quality thread that come in satin finish. Each color corresponds to a certain number that is equivalent to corresponding colors in the app. As of recording, this machine is priced at £499, and in the box you will find a starter kit, basically everything that you will need to do a trial run. Not a full project, but a trial run. So you have your manual, you get a bunch of different accessories like needles, thread, scissors. You have the embroidery frame, and you also get felt and stabilizer for your trial embroidery. And of course, the power cord. So let's talk size. This one weighs around 8 kg. Compared to other embroidery machines in the market, this one is more compact and lightweight, and this machine is perfect for beginners like myself. Now for the setup process, I don't think you will be needing me to show you the exact step-by-step video. Not because I don't want to bother doing it, but because Brother has already created a very detailed step-by-step video resource to start up and set up your machine and do your first trial run, from looping the threads to setting up the embroidery frame. And it comes in a very intuitive format that is played along when you connect it to the app. All you really have to do is download the Artspira app, connect it to your machine, and follow all the prompts, and you'll be set up in no time. To a first-time user, the ease of setup was absolutely impressive. Now let's jump to the fun part. Let's go to the app and create embroidery design. So on the app, there are a couple of designs to choose from, and you can also create and edit your own. Let me show you how I made this particular design using the elements that's built in on the app. So for embroidery designs, you can search for particular elements. For example, I looked for a daffodil. I live in Cardiff, and daffodil is a very iconic wildflower, and that was the concept that I'm going for. And you get a bunch of different iterations or something close to whatever you were searching for. And when you find the one that you like, you just basically click it and then you create. From there, you can leave it as is. You can also change the color of the thread. I just love this feature because you get to visualize more or less how the final embroidery will look. You can also add text, and you can change the font and the font size. So the app really allows you to edit the design and customize it to your liking. And when you're happy with your design, just save it and you're ready to embroider. Also, just to let you know that I have the Artspira Plus, so it's a Brother subscription service that offers more access to the design editing tools, and you also get access to cloud storage. As a beginner, I appreciate the subscription to Artspira Plus because you get all of these designs, so you have an idea on what the machine can do, like what designs you can do. The subscription to Artspira Plus will cost you about £9.99 per month. You can actually sign up for a free trial. It runs for about a month, and you can figure out if the Artspira Plus subscription is something that you need or something that you want to keep. Now, going back to the process itself, in terms of materials, you will need the fabric itself that you're working on and a reliable stabilizer. This one is the stabilizer from Brother, and it's iron fusible. So there are a lot of stabilizers of different types and kinds. So I appreciate the fact that Brother has their own range of these materials, especially for a clueless beginner like myself. So just attach a stabilizer to the back of your fabric and you're ready to embroider. Connect your machine to the app and basically load your design and start with layout. This is what I've been talking about from the very beginning. They have videos on there and you just follow each step. Very, very, very beginner friendly. I also love this smart camera feature where you basically take a photo of the magnetic hoop and it syncs it in position, and it also gives you a preview of the embroidery on the fabric so you can have a better visual reference for your image. When you're happy with your layout, now it's time to transfer. Again, step-by-step video prompts will pop up and just follow each step. I will be honest with you, at first look, I was a little bit intimidated just because I'm not particularly familiar with embroidery machines or even sewing machines. This is a totally different new realm for me, but the app, the video resources are very easy to follow. It's like a little buddy that you have side by side while setting things up, that I am so confident that I don't need to create a step-by-step tutorial of setting this whole thing up, because if you purchase this machine and you sync it with the app, the step-by-step, side-by-side video instructions are very beginner-friendly. So at this point in time, I don't think I can outdo the video resources available and provided by Brother, because number one, they're really good and straight to the point, and visually they capture the right angles. And number two, at this moment in time, as of filming, as of unboxing, I am not yet, let's put yet, a very reliable source for a tutorial since I am a beginner myself. But as you can see, there are numbers and arrows marked on all over the machine itself, so it's very easy to follow. At first, setting up the upper thread felt like a difficult chore to do. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is a single needle machine, so I have to do this every single time that I change color. But then after a couple of times of threading the upper thread and going through all the motions, I realized that it was super easy to do, and I could do this over and over again because it is very satisfying. So to give you an idea of how the embroidery process works, so you start with one color, the first color that the app will tell you to use. Then every time you have to change color, you have to rethread the upper thread. The machine will stop and it will tell you what color to use next, and just go on ahead and loop the thread through the whole process and just press play again, and you're good to go with the next color. So just repeat this process for every color that is in the prompt on the screen on your app. The machine will do all of the work for you. All you have to do is wait. It actually tells you how long and how many stitch counts per color, so you actually know the wait time for each color or for each thread. Just be mindful of the numbers of the spools that you're using so you get the right colors of thread. Full transparency, this was not my first try. I had initial issues with the embroidery output, but I'll show that to you at the end of this video. For now, let's celebrate the beauty of this final output. So just take it off of the hoop and appreciate the details that was woven onto this fabric. Then all you have to do is just cut those extra bits of thread. This is how it looked on the tote, and I was very happy with the output. But as I've showed you in the beginning, there were 3 flowers side by side. That was the vision, and I was gonna make that happen. So as you can see, I'm on the floor working on trying to figure out how to make sure that I position the next embroidery element in the right place. And to my surprise, it was super easy simply because of the smart scan feature on the app. So I just took a photo and positioned it accordingly, and I was able to embroider the 2 other wildflowers on both sides of the daffodil. I actually embroidered these sets of flowers on 2 different types of totes. A cheaper one, of course, I started with that. It was sort of like a practice tote, so as you can see, I even had a typo error. I spelled stitchwort wrong. Then I did a second set on the more expensive tote, and I got it perfect. So this was the issue I was talking about earlier on in the video. I had an issue where the white thread on the bottom bobbin was being pulled up. I don't know what the technical term for that is yet, but as you can see, the quality was terrible. Then I immediately fixed that by adding more layers of stabilizer. This is the point where I learned the importance of stabilizers and how they affect the final quality of your work. I particularly use tearaway stabilizer. I use 2 instead of 1. Finally, to prep the tote, I cut off the excess thread, and we are done. Safe to say, as a beginner, I am very happy with my first project using the Skitch PP1. Thank you so much for making it through till the end of this video. If you have any suggestions on what project I should do next, drop them in the comments below. For now, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!